Okay, and thank you so much for joining us this week. We have Holly von Merlot. How are you?
Hi, I'm excellent today. Yeah, the weather here is just it's finally starting to get nice again. And I say it every year. I live in Calgary and we have fall, spring, and winter is coming again, but for now it's nice. So feeling good.
I was going to say, you see the sun just shining right on you there.
Yes, yeah, I'm right in my front room here and I've got three big windows.
Nice, nice. And yes, I agree with the Calgary weather. I love Calgary so much. And you were right. You do have a very false spring. You have the weirdest weather. You really do.
Yeah, it can snow any month of the year.
It really can, but it makes it worth it being there. It really does. You put up with the weather because Calgary is just so beautiful.
It is really nice. I grew up in BC though, and I would totally go back. But I like Calgary because it's not like damp all the time. I grew up in Vancouver area, so you're just it rains all the time. Everything's always damp.
Right?
So I definitely like Calgary for that. And the Chinooks help in the winter.
Absolutely.
I don't
Absolutely.
think I could survive if we didn't have Chinooks in the winter.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Now, kind of speaking of where you're kind of from and everything, so kind of tell us how did Holly von Merlot kind of become? How did she be?
Well, I didn't pick my pinup name till my first pinup contest, which was only maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I had been in pinup for quite a bit before then, but I kind of just dressed daily, didn't really know there was a scene more behind it. And it's there's a small group in Calgary. It's not like a lot of people, so um, pardon me. But yeah, Holly is actually came from my family and my maiden name. And it's spelled different, but so I put it as the first name. And then Merlot was my favorite drink. I don't really drink anymore, but I still like the Merlot on the end. If I'm gonna have any alcohol, it's wine, it's Merlot. I love my wine. It's so good.
The name's perfect. I absolutely love it. So when you say that you were kind of in the pinup before, so was that when you were dressing up and everything? Were you is that when you were doing makeup, hair and makeup too, or did you kind of start doing the hair and makeup when you became Holly?
No, actually, I've been a hairstylist for well, if I've been in pinup for like 12-ish, I've been a hairstylist for like 13. Um, yeah, probably at least 13 or 14 years. And right out of high school, I started hairdressing and I went to hair school right away. So I had the foundation of hair, and my son's just climbing behind me. Just trying to sneak in, see what mom's doing.
Right? Got to get the 5 minutes of fame.
Yes, yes. So I've actually been a hairstylist for a really, really long time. And so that helped with when I started to learn the pinup style hair, right? And it did take a while to perfect a lot of these things, but it's great to have the base of hairdressing because they do teach you like roller sets and finger waves in hair school. So I did have some of that knowledge beforehand. I just never really practiced it till I started really till I went to California. Actually, we went to California. We went to the so I don't really support the company anymore. A lot of drama happened. We went down to California for this company, and they had a shop, a pinup shop, and a photographer. They did a pinup makeover for me and a friend of mine, and we got photos done, and super amazing. I met Micheline Pitt there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely love her. She's a huge inspiration for me, and that's when I like really kind of immersed myself in it a lot more. Right, is after we took this trip, and I was like, oh my god, this is super amazing. And I got my makeup done by Micheline Pitt, and His Vintage Touch did my hair. So yeah, I learned a lot of good tips, and it really helped with the confidence. I do highly suggest getting professional pinup photos done for sure. It's a lot of fun. Having somebody else do your hair and makeup is always good. Hi, bud. What are you doing? Are you being silly? Did you want to come say hi? And now it's pinup around with this little guy. He went to his first car show when he was 4 weeks old.
Ah,
Yeah. And you went on stage with Mom, didn't you? Yes.
so he's no stranger to the pinup world.
No. He comes to most of the car shows with me. He has a lot of fun looking at all the cool cars.
Oh, and I bet you all the girls must just love him. He's adorable.
Mm-hmm. Has a lot of energy.
Yeah. Well, my goodness gracious, the poor kiddos, they've been all cooped up for so long.
Yes, yeah.
So then you kind of come back from this trip from California, and you just kind of said, hey, I'm just going to kind of put myself out there as kind of like a professional, pin. Now, did you kind of throw yourself out as a professional pinup you say you're pinup photographer too?
Yeah, that's been more recent, just kind of like dabbling in it for sure. But yeah, it was doing pinup hair was to start.
Okay.
And I also did pinup makeup too. I got internationally certified for makeup 8 years ago or so.
Oh wow.
I took a course and got my certificate and stuff for makeup. So yeah, I've been doing makeup for a little while too. And yeah, so mostly it was like weddings or photo shoots or things like that. And I met a pinup, Tamara Rose, who used to run Pinups for a Cause, which they disbanded a little while ago.
They were based out of Calgary.
They were based out of Calgary, and it was the charity group. And so I met her in a bathroom on New Year's Eve, and she was wearing this beautiful dress and trying to fix her hair because it had snowed. And I'm like, oh, did you want help like with your hair? And she's like, no, it's okay. I'm like, I'm a hairstylist. I know how to do the pinup look. Like I can do it real quick, no problem. And she's like, oh, really? Just in a bathroom. And she's like, well, there's this like big car show and pinup contest. And I'd never heard of it before. And so she got me in touch with Debbie, who runs, Debbie Deluxe runs the World of Wheels. And I entered that year. So yeah, that was super fun meeting everyone. Wow. And meeting all the local pinups. And it was all from a bathroom
on New Year's Eve.
On New Year's Eve.
That is the best. So that kind of launched you into the pinup contest world.
Yes, and also the community side of volunteering and stuff. Hey, there, please back over here. Then I got in touch with the Hellbound Honeys, which I'm still a part of. We haven't done anything in over a year now because nothing is happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did pinups for a cause for a little bit, but they were a lot of their volunteering was at nighttime at clubs and stuff. And I had just gotten pregnant that spring, I believe. And so I wasn't really doing the like late night. I only did a few things with them. Nothing too crazy. And then I had a baby. So I was like, well, I can't really like do the 7 p.m. to midnight or 2 a.m. or, like, so most of their events were that sort of thing. And so I couldn't really accommodate that. But the Hellbound Honeys, we were doing a lot of motorcycle rallies and stuff. Nice. So it was like on the weekends during the day and things like that. We also are guest bartenders and stuff. So there was a few events that were in the evening and that was more recent. But yeah, when he was a baby, I couldn't really do like the nighttime things, and so yeah, more of the Hellbound Honeys. We're a volunteer group, but we also bartend and are special guests at parties and that sort of thing. We get hired out for birthday parties and that sort of thing to just serve drinks kind of thing. So that's been pretty cool to have that side of it as well as the volunteering side. So we either charge for private events or we don't charge for any volunteer event, right? Nice. So anybody that's doing things for charity, usually we've done a lot of Harley Davidson and a lot of the motorcycle rally outside of Calgary as well. We do the poker runs. Okay. We've been guest poker dealers for a few Bikers for Buddies. Nice. Which has been a great charity to be a part of. The guys and the ladies of that charity are just amazing to work with. It's so fun. None of us really know how to play poker, but we catch on pretty quick. All the people there are just look pretty and deal the cards.
That's all you got to do. Just smile and deal. Oh goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been really missing doing all that sort of stuff lately, right? It's been for sure, but looking forward to hopefully doing this motorcycle rally in August. Nice. We've been contacted to do that, so should be good to go for that. It's all outside, I guess. It's like a poker run sort of thing. Nice. Motorcycles, so yeah.
Cool. Well, fingers crossed that we'll get enough vaccinations out there and we can start to do at least some outdoor events to some normalcy.
Yes, yes.
Now, what have you kind of been doing during lockdown? What have you been kind of doing to keep yourself entertained?
Well, I did a few pinup challenges with the Pinup Registry.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm sure you know what the Pinup Registry is. And so if you have a pinup name, you look on the Pinup Registry, make sure you're not copying anybody else. There's so many names on there. It's a great little resource for sure. So I was working with them for a little bit for doing some pinup challenges at the beginning of that, and mostly just like being a mom and taking care of my kid and dressing up pinup just for the internet.
I was gonna say, like, you are literally blowing up TikTok with over 53,000 followers.
And I don't understand. I'm like, okay, sure.
You were, if anybody listening and you're on TikTok, do follow her, that Pinup Witch. She is amazing, and you're just like I said off air. You are just so funny, and you're just show life. This is life as it is, and just showing you. So you're just such a breath of fresh air to watch. So keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok is like my outlet to just like show real life. Instagram is so curated, and I put up all like my regular like pinup photo shoots and stuff, and it's like, hey, if you want to know the real me behind the pinup, follow me on TikTok. If you don't want to see that, don't follow me on TikTok.
Well, it was great watching you this morning live. We were just putting your makeup on, and just chatting away like we're just having coffee. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been trying to go live a little bit more. Obviously, I don't have a lot of time for that because with a child, he's crazy all the time. But yeah, I like to, give tips as I'm doing my makeup and help other pinups discover their pinup, right? We want to share all of our secrets with everybody so everybody can do all these sort of things, right? If you want to do it, you do it.
Absolutely. Now,
and have the resources to be able to, do it yourself, or, have somebody else do it for you, kind of thing, right?
Now, is there anything that you've really embraced about TikTok, or that is there somebody in particular that you absolutely love following, or that you recommend, kind of thing, that kind of keeps you going through these roller coaster of emotions of COVID?
Well, on the pinup side, I do follow a couple pinup creators. TikTok is like, I don't do a lot of my actual like pinup stuff on TikTok because most of it is for Instagram. Um, but yeah, I follow a few pinup creators. I do recommend Pinup Pixie. She
She's
is also
great.
Canadian.
Yep.
She's hilarious. Oh. I follow a lot of mom creators too, like Mama Cusses is really good for relatable mom content.
Nice, nice. So,
Not these perfect Pinterest moms.
right. So would you say TikTok has been a little bit of a little bit of breath of fresh air for COVID?
Yes, yeah. And it's definitely been fun creating videos and stuff and having fun with it when you don't have anything else to do, kind of thing. Yeah, so I keep making videos because it's fun and I laugh at myself.
Do people ask you to do like certain videos or anything like that? Like any requests or anything, like how you did your hair today?
Sometimes, yeah, I'll do tutorials. Sometimes I just try and get around to it. I do them sometimes, but yeah, it's finding the time to get like certain videos done or things like that. Most people ask where I got my glasses from. That's the biggest one.
Yes, you do have an amazing selection of eyewear. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I have and it's because I have to change my glasses all the time. And I buy the cheap ones because my eyes change all the time. They're just getting worse and I
Oh.
just can't really see. And that's why I always have to wear glasses because I always need more. I always need to switch it out. And of course, I don't want to be boring and get the same frame, so I always get new ones. And so every like year or two, my face changes because I switch glasses. Never the same. Also with my hair, always changing it.
Right.
I'm never the same person.
There's nothing wrong with evolving, right?
Yes, yes.
Now, has there been any struggles that you've found for yourself during COVID or anything?
Yeah, having my husband home all the time. I love him. He's great.
You really
But
get to know each other.
he travels for work and the last year he hasn't really traveled as much. And I quite enjoy him traveling for work because I get some of my alone time and he, like we get some time apart and then it's better.
So you
So
guys haven't learned to adjust to living together.
But yeah, no, so he's just travels a lot less than he's used to. And it's hard when he's traveling a lot, but there's like a line of like just the right amount of travel.
Now, are things getting a little bit back to normal for him?
Yeah, actually he's been pretty good this whole time. The only thing he hasn't done is he used to fly a lot more around Canada. And so he hasn't been on a airplane for the last year. He's only done little trips driving around the province basically. Yeah, so it hasn't been as much travel as he normally does. And definitely even he's only really traveling to these places when it's necessary, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting when we actually like get back to the normal thing. And then I'll be like, oh my God, you're gone all the time. I don't like
Right. Now, what are you looking forward to doing once things kind of open up? Is there
Well, it was so funny. We were talking the other day and I haven't been dancing or like to a nightclub in like years. And I'm like, I don't want to go to a club, but I kind of want to go to a club and like just be like around so many people. So for no reason other than the fact that you've been so closed off.
Right. Just go from one extreme to another.
Yes, yes. Mostly like the big events, the car shows. I went to one car show last year, and it was outside in the summertime, and recommended to wear masks and stuff. And so that was pretty okay. It was weird. You kind of felt like a little apprehensive doing it, and then so just really wanting to do the bigger events again. It's so weird when you just haven't done them in a while, and how big of a part of pinup culture and the lifestyle it is, right? And realizing that it's like, wow, I would go to a car show at least once a month for like a solid like 6-8 months of the year, like, right?
Yeah, because Calgary, you guys have a lot of stuff going on normally in the summertime. A lot of
And we do out of town car shows too, as well, right? So there's a car show like every single weekend. You could go every weekend if you wanted to.
yeah, I was gonna say you guys are always BC and Alberta always hopping. You guys have such a great read. Awesome. Well, anything you want to add or anything like that?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Any advice that you give to anybody who wanting to start in the pinup community that are not quite sure, that are a little nervous about starting?
My biggest one is just dive in, just do it. Just do it. You want to do it? Do it. If you need help, hire somebody to do your hair and makeup and ask them to help teach you how to do it, right? Like, and you don't need a big wardrobe to start off with either. A couple dresses, or even, just a couple tops and a couple skirts, so you can mix and match. And a lot of it is having the hair, the makeup, the outfit, the accessories all together. You can do a lot with modern stuff to make it look pinup, right? When you put it all together. So yeah, it's not a big investment if you don't want it to be. If you want to spend the money and get a whole wardrobe, like, that's awesome too, right? And watching YouTube videos, learning from other creators to like do your hair and makeup, that sort of thing. And it really depends on how you learn too, right? I get a lot of people that I'll do makeup lessons or hair lessons with them. And it's just helpful to learn on your own face and your own hair, right? Because everything is different. How I curl my hair would be different than how you curl your hair. And so it is very helpful to have somebody that knows what they're doing show you how to do it.
Absolutely. Well, Holly, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and just kind of give us a little bit of an eye open into your world and how you kind of started. And you've been such a staple in the pinup community in Canada. So we look forward to seeing, hopefully, some you at some events other this year, but if not, definitely fingers crossed next year we'll be back to normal and full swing again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was really nice chatting with you today.
Oh, it was lovely chatting with you, hon. You take care and you be safe.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye, love.
Bye.